I saved a young girl from the river in a mountain, and she ended up becoming a super famous model a few years later and came back to see me. She saw the scar from the injury I got when I saved her and started crying. "I've been looking for you this whole time. Please let me repay you," she said. She continued to come to my house and devote herself to me. I was reaching a limit with how defenseless she was. I got a scar on my arm when I saved a young girl a few years ago. When my sister's friend, who happens to be a popular model, saw it, she started crying and... This all happened when it was about my 5th year after I started working. I was working at a sports and outdoor goods production store and was living alone. The only hobby I had was to go camping from time to time. I, of course, never had a girlfriend and spent my days without any drama or spice. One day I got a call from my sister, who's 6 years younger than me, and she said,
"A friend of mine who's a model is looking for exercising goods. I'm going to go to you for some help tomorrow, so make sure you take our case."
When I saw the girl that my sister brought with her, I was ecstatic. She was an incredibly beautiful woman, and she definitely looked like she was a great fit to be a model. She had an excellent body. She really is so incredibly cute.
She's my friend from high school when I used to play tennis. Her name is Skylar.
Nice to meet you. I'm Ted.
I'm Skylar. Thank you for helping me out.
Yeah, my sister told me that you're in the market for some exercising stuff.
You know, there's just so much training equipment that I can't figure out what's good for me.
Oh, that's totally fine. Don't hesitate to ask me anything along the way if you don't understand. I'll do my best to help you out.
Thank you. Well, let's get started then.
Skylar gave me a small smile, and I just couldn't help but be nervous at how cute her smile was. I was showing her around the training room and explaining what each of the fitness machines were for, and Skylar would look at me from time to time. Not just look, stare. Ooh, what's going on? I feel like she's staring at me. This is our first time meeting, right? I'd never seen a beautiful girl like this up close, so I was all kinds of nervous, but I managed to get through explaining all of the machines in the room. If there's anything else that you're curious about that you didn't see in the showroom, just go ahead and let me know. I can actually order it for you too.
You were very detailed in your explanations, so I understand very well. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
I've got a few machines that I'm interested in, but I haven't been able to decide yet.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and give you this pamphlet with all of our lineup, so please let me know if you decide on anything.
Sure. I'll take a better look at this stuff once I get home, okay? Hey, Skylar, make sure you ask my brother if you don't understand anything, huh? Yeah, thank you. I'll contact you when I decide on something.
Skylar was smiling the whole time while she left the office, but she kept looking back at me, almost as if she was trying to confirm something. I couldn't figure out what she was thinking. A few days later, Skylar reached out to me, and this time she showed up at the office alone.
I decided on this, Ted. I put some thought into it, but I think that walking and jogging are definitely the fundamentals, you know?
Sure, you want a treadmill? That's a good choice.
Well, I always run outside, but I'm pretty self-conscious, you know? I think that if I had something inside, I might be able to push myself a little more.
Right. I think with things like this, consistency is what trumps everything. You should try to get some exercise in every day, even if it's just a little bit. You should try to ignore, "Oh, I don't want to do it today, I'll just do it tomorrow," because it won't build into a habit, you know?
Right. I'm glad to hear that because I think the same thing.
All right, so we're set on the treadmill. Did you want me to show you how you use the treadmill?
Yes, please.
Okay, well, right this way. I had taken my jacket off and rolled up my sleeves to explain how to use the machine when I noticed that she was locked onto my arms the whole time. Specifically, my left arm.
Where did you get that scar on your left arm?
Oh, this? Yeah, it was when I went to Mount Bleep and was camping out there.
How long ago was that?
A few years ago, I think. There was a young girl that was pinned, and I tried to save her, but when I went to help her, I ended up injuring myself. As soon as I finished my sentence, she started tearing up.
I've been looking for you this whole time.
Huh?
You were the one that saved me, right?
Saved you?
That scar. Please, let me repay you.
Wait, repay me? Are you that girl?
Yes. Thank you so much for saving my life back then. I'm not even kidding when I say you saved my life.
That whole episode of saving the young girl was definitely something that I wouldn't forget. I was in the mountain climbing club in college and went camping with some friends. I noticed that there was a young girl that was pinned behind some big rocks in the river, so I saved her. The log that came flying downstream smacked into my arm, so I got a pretty big laceration on my arm. After I went to the hospital to get stitched up, I got a pendant as a thank you from the young girl that I had saved, but neither of us had any kind of mental capacity to be able to introduce ourselves to each other. After that, I had never seen her again. Man, Skylar is that young girl that was pinned in the river, huh? It all made sense now why she was staring at me from the moment that we met, too.
Ted, I'm seriously shocked and amazed that I was able to meet you again. I am so happy to run into you like this.
Yeah, I'm definitely surprised at how I'd run into you like this again, too. I never would have imagined that you would be my sister's classmate.
Yes, she told me that she had a brother from when we were in high school, but I never met him, so...
I always lived alone from college, so when she was in high school, I had already left the house.
I see. Would you be willing to go out and grab some food after work or something?
Huh? Food?
Yes. I want to thank you for today, and I want to talk to you more about what has been going on with you.
Sure, of course. Skylar gave me a memo with her phone number and a name of the store that she wanted to go to with me. Man, I'm so nervous going to eat with a cute girl like her. The next day, I left work and headed to the store more anxious than you could ever imagine. When I got there, I noticed that she was already waiting for me there, and she welcomed me with a beautiful smile.
Hey, stranger.
Hey, you really surprised me yesterday.
Seriously, I'm so happy though. I'm gonna crack a bottle open today.
Ah, you like to drink, huh?
Maybe I'm like my dad and I'm good at drinking like him. But obviously, I hold back as much as I can because, my job and all.
You're a model, right? I'm sure it must be pretty tiring keeping in shape like that, huh?
Yeah, but today is special. I've been looking for you all over the place and I was able to finally meet you.
Okay. Well then, here's to our reunion. After we said cheers, she was very curious about me, so she kept asking me questions, so it was pretty tiring.
How old are you, Ted?
I'm 27 years old.
Have you gotten married yet?
No, I'm not married yet.
Well, do you have a girlfriend?
Unfortunately, no.
Why unfortunately?
Because it's more fun to have someone, of course. I mean, I guess so, but what about you? Do you have a boyfriend?
What do you think?
Well, you're very pretty and attractive, so I think that you have a boyfriend for sure.
Unfortunately.
Huh? You look like you'd be so popular, though.
Being popular isn't the same thing as being by the person that you like and being happy. Just because everyone likes you, if you don't like them back, then there's no point,
I see. You've got it figured out at such a young age, huh?
Anyway, I told you earlier, but I like to repay you for saving my life.
Oh, about this scar?
Yeah, you saved me and I was completely unharmed, but you were injured. It's been bothering me this whole time.
You don't have to worry about it at all. I'm happy that we were able to reunite like this. That's all I needed.
But I can't just not do anything.
Well, what do you want to do?
I would like to take care of you. Can I cook for you from time to time or something?
She looked up at me with puppy dog eyes as she spoke.
I can make good food. It's nothing fancy, but it's good.
Really? Well, thank you. I guess I'll take you up on that offer then.
I'm so happy. All right, well, when can I start going then?
As we continued to eat and drink, I noticed that we had really managed to break the ice and were talking like we'd known each other for a long time. We even made plans to meet up again. I wonder how Skylar feels about me. The next weekend, she brought a big paper bag full of ingredients and came over to my apartment. It was the first time that a girl had ever come over to my house to hang out. I was a little nervous, but after seeing her adorable smile, I could feel my heart race faster. She stood in my kitchen and started efficiently getting to work on the food.
What do you think, Ted?
Scallops, huh? They're my favorite. It looks so good.
It's creamy garlic scallop. Give it a taste. Say, ah.
Wait, I can't. I'm too shy for that.
Come on. I want to make sure it's to your liking.
Thanks.
So yeah, come on. Say, ah.
I opened my mouth and she gently moved the spoon into my mouth. I could see beautiful eyes just watching my reaction. It's delicious.
Great. I'm so happy to hear that.
Eventually, the house was filled to the brim with a bunch of delicious smells.
I made this back at my house. It's beef stew with some potato salad too.
Wow, they're all my favorite foods.
Yeah, your sister let me know what you liked.
I see. I'm happy to see all this delicious-looking food.
I'm so glad to hear that. Here you go, Ted. A nice cold beer.
Yeah, are you gonna drink too?
Okay, sure.
We enjoyed the meal while talking about training and work. Skylar continued to come over to my house and cook for me. Not only that, but she also started to clean up my room. One day I had stayed home because I was sick. Skylar was busy with her modeling shoot, but on the way home, she came over to my house.
Are you okay, Ted? I got worried and came by.
I'm fine. Thank you for checking on me when you're so busy.
You have a fever, don't you? Your face is really red.
Yeah, it's a little bit higher than I'd like.
You make sure to get your rest, okay? If there's anything that you want me to do for you, just let me know, okay?
She gave me a bunch of sports drinks and ice packs for me to cool off. She placed all of it near my bed, and she would occasionally wipe off my forehead with towels. Every time she wiped, I could see her boobs shake, and something soft would bump into my arm time and time again. I was all kinds of nervous. She's so close. I don't think I can maintain my cool for much longer.
Is your back sweaty too?
Yeah.
Want me to wipe it off?
You can leave my back alone, it's okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Do you still have that pendant I gave you from when you saved me?
Yeah, of course I do. It's in my pocket still. I took it out of my pajama pockets and she took it from my hands. She held it tightly and said,
Please, God, help Ted have a swift recovery.
She prayed quietly and gave it back to me. Imagine if this lovely young girl became my girlfriend. My life would be so nice. Her incredibly thorough care made me make a swift recovery, so I went out with Skylar for the first time in a while to go for a walk.
I'm so glad that you're all better now.
Yeah, it's thanks to you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, maybe it was a pendant, huh?
Oh, yeah, you said it was your lucky charm or something?
Yeah, that pendant has a power stone, and it's supposed to protect you from disease and injury.
I see.
When I was picking some wild grass in the mountains, I dropped the pendant into the river. I was looking for it, and I managed to find it, but then I couldn't cross the river.
I see.
I was protected, but you were injured. That's why I gave you that pendant.
You really gave me something that important? Are you sure that I can keep it?
Well, you saved me, so of course. I want you to hold on to it.
Thank you. She gave me a cute grin, and I continued to get drawn to her. However, a little while later, she just stopped replying to me. She would read my messages, but she wouldn't respond. I couldn't believe that she would be doing that on purpose, considering how she was before, so I decided to call my sister and see what's going on with her. Hey, I haven't heard from Skylar recently. How is she doing?
Huh? You didn't hear anything from her?
What do you mean? What didn't I hear?
Well, she's going to be going overseas apparently, studying abroad.
Huh? Studying abroad?
Yeah, the agency said that she should be working on her career as an actress or other entertainment jobs to boost her presence.
I see.
Yeah, apparently they're really expecting great things from her.
I see.
What's going on? Your voice is shaking.
Nothing. Thank you. I was stunned for a little while, but I decided to just call Skylar. She immediately answered.
Hello, Ted.
It's been so long, Skylar. My sister told me that you were going to be going overseas. I was so surprised that I had to call you.
I'm sorry for not telling you. I just couldn't bring myself to see you one last time.
Would you be able to see me at least one more time? I want to talk to you in person.
Okay, I'll go by a store near your office tomorrow then.
I headed to the store that we decided on, and she looked at me with a safe look on her face. Why does she look like she's about to cry? She was talking about how she couldn't meet me one last time. Does she like me or something? Or is she just upset because she's in the middle of repaying me?
I really wanted to make you more food, Ted. I wanted to repay you more, so I just couldn't find the courage to talk to you. I'm sorry that I waited so long to tell you. I'm really sorry.
Don't worry about it. It's such a great thing to hear. You're going to have a bright future. How long are you going to be studying abroad for?
Well, the program is supposed to be for 3 years, but it might be for longer.
I see. Well, you go study hard and learn something while you're overseas.
Okay.
Don't look at me like that. I'm going to be rooting for you the whole time.
Thank you. Will you see me again once I come back home?
Of course I will. I'll be looking forward to the day that you come back. We finished talking and quietly left the store. I was walking along when all of the tears that I was holding in started bursting out, and my chest seemed so tight. I finally realized how much I had seriously fallen for her. The day that she was heading out, I had something important I had to take care of, so I couldn't see her off. At least that's what I said. I just felt like I couldn't maintain my cool, so I lied. Realistically, I had finished up work and couldn't stop thinking about her flight. I remember the girl that was clinging onto my back as I treaded through the rough waters. I remembered how she was teary-eyed and said she wanted to repay me. I'm gonna go send her off. I wanted to see her, so I hurried to the airport. I got out of the taxi and immediately started running towards the lobby, but the plane had already taken off. I was distraught. I slumped over and quietly walked in an empty lobby all alone. I'm so lonely. Skylar is so far from me now. I can't talk to her anymore. Then I heard something from the corner of the lobby, a voice that sounded really familiar.
Ted!
Huh? I looked up and saw Skylar with her suitcase grinning at me. I thought that maybe I was just imagining things and rubbed my eyes.
I knew that you would come for me.
What are you doing, Skylar?
I decided not to go.
Really?
Yeah, I was thinking about it this whole time, and I realized that this wasn't my only option.
But what about your future, your career? Everyone is looking forward to you.
It's fine.
Why? Why did you become a model?
Because I wanted to see you. And that's why I became a model.
Huh?
You know, I just needed to find you. That's why if I were just a little bit popular, then you would come find me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry it took me so long to find you.
But we did find each other, didn't we?
Yeah, I guess we did.
I don't want to reunite with you only to be separated from you again.
She looked at me with a sparkle in her eyes.
I like you. I like you, Ted. I like you so much.
I like you too, Skylar. It's like a dream that you're right here standing in front of me.
I'm never going to let you go anymore.
My life might be mundane and boring. Are you sure you want to be a part of that?
Yes, I'm sure. I want to be near you. That's all I want. I'm so glad that I didn't get on that plane.
She looked at me with a really cute look on her face, and my heart was pounding. I held her tightly, and I was so happy. I can't believe that this is happening right now. I'm so happy. Skylar started working at my company as a model for our commercials. It's the Skylar, too. You better believe that a lot of our products were a huge hit, too. She's made a huge contribution to my company's sales. We're now about to get married, and I was talking about how we initially met. The reason that I was able to keep pushing forward after I had a huge injury on my arm was because of the pendant that I got from her. Then I put the pendant around her neck. We were all being celebrated, and some of the guys from the mountain climbing club were joking around, saying that they wish they had carried her out of the river. We finished up our wedding, and next weekend we're going to be going camping to that same mountain. I just hope this time no one gets hurt.